Dude, a lot of people outside of the roofing industry follow my platform. That's one of the differences. It's one of the ways that I'm way bigger than roofing. And they thought this shit was cool as fuck. That two guys had a beef, that they settle it in a cage, and that these guys make money, make content, but roofers must be pretty cool. We're slinging each other, we're dirty boxing, he's on the ground, we're moving all around the cage. It's such an amateur free-for-all. And I literally did underestimate Dmitry. He did a great fight. The reality was I slipped. Why the fuck do y'all hate me so much? Because I tell my story. Because I'm unapologetic about offering my services. To be honest with you, I'd like to have a rematch with a whole different connotation where there's a collaboration involved.
So I've got Lee Haight on with the podcast today. I'm really grateful that you joined us. I am just curious. I want to ask a few questions about the fight, hear a little bit more about your business. The first question I have about the fight was around that beginning. You had a fall at the beginning.
Yeah.
What was going on? Were you were just kind of running around a little bit? What was that fall at the beginning?
All right, so in MMA, you fight without your shoes on, and there's sweat all over. There was a lot of MMA fights. In boxing, you fight with shoes. And so the rules, the Georgia Commission, it was kickboxing. Dmitry didn't want to fight with me with kicks, so he eliminated the use of kicks. And I brought boxing shoes, but to be honest with you, right at the end, we didn't use shoes. And I didn't think it was going to be a problem. And I literally did underestimate Dmitry. He did a great fight. The reality was I slipped. And it was a slippery surface. And in boxing...
That makes more sense with the sweat, all the sweat.
Well, plus the canvas is not a canvas. In boxing, there's a canvas. In MMA, it's like a tarp.
Yeah.
And so when there's sweat or blood on it, it's fucking very slippery.
There was some blood on there
But
too.
the point I'm making is it's not, you're not supposed to be in a cage just boxing.
Yeah.
And if it was an MMA fight, it would have been a lot different. If it had been kickboxing, it would have been a lot bit different. There's a lot of circumstances. It was not in my cards. But
what was the motivation for the fight?
Okay, well, first of all, he called me the cancer of the industry.
But you guys have been trying to fight for a little while. You've been wanting to fight for a second, right?
No, he knew what he was doing whenever he posted the fake guru video. And it's one thing, the last time there was a girl named Lindsay, there's two sides of every story. Don't want to get into the details, but it really kind of blew up in his face. This lady, she turned out to be really crazy. And then again, with these last accusations, people saying that I didn't pay him, but then they went on my podcast and said that, no, I actually did pay him and that they just did it to get on his platform. And essentially, I don't know if you did your research, but he called me a fucking...
I've watched both of all your videos on this topic.
But I'm being real. It's like, just because this culture of cancel culture, this culture of basically, look, man, I'm the man in the arena as far as there was 8 insurance companies in Florida, went out of business. It was a tough year. And this guy basically makes it seem like even though there's 200 employees, even though there's 20 years of history, even though I stand behind every job, that just straight lies about how my company can't go into supply company, not true. About how my credit lines are completely shut down, not true. About how my company's going out of business. So you ask me why I want to fight somebody.
Yeah.
If you have a platform and you're spread love, not hate. Sure. The whole thing started when he started with hate.
Yeah.
And I'm a kind of guy, like, we're putting this under the rug. You said you wanted to squash the beef, and I don't hate the guy. I forgive the guy for crossing the line. I know that he wants clicks, and he doesn't have a business. He doesn't have the marketing methods I got. So he's mad at my transformation stories in life, and people will never...
You guys are both pretty damn good marketers.
We are good marketers. He's really good at organic content. He's better at YouTube than me. I've got to give him a lot of credit. He's getting better as a business person. I'm not going to bash him because he earns my respect.
I just have learned a lot from... I mean, you guys both fucking get a lot of views.
Yeah, we do. But views are not business, dog.
And,
And you're a businessman. You do $5 million a year, you said, in marketing. Congrats. I respect you. I respect the level of results. Yeah. And so when you attack my results with lies, dude, no, you're coming at my family. You're coming at my community. And I'm going to be real. Like, I had a lot of people stand up for me. I mean, the first post he had to delete. And, this like controlling of the narrative shit. And spreading of lies and then pretending like I was the one spreading the hate. This is where we got a problem.
Okay, so I'm just saying this because you see it on comments, right?
Yeah.
This fight was for attention and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, like...
Everything is for attention, guys. Listen, if you're watching this right now, attention is the new currency in the world, and you should learn how to turn it into recruits, sales, transformational case studies, partnerships, acquisitions. And no, I mean, look, my fight is to raise the status for the blue collar entrepreneur, to raise the status for roofing, to be the best in the world, building, helping roofers be successful, helping salespeople be successful. I mean, so, dude, a lot of people outside of the roofing industry follow my platform. That's one of the differences. It's one of the ways that I'm way bigger than roofing. And they thought this shit was cool as fuck. That two guys had a beef, that they settle it in a cage, and that these guys make money, make content, but roofers must be pretty cool. And so if you want to know what my purpose
People
was,
felt that at the fight, by the way. Like afterwards, the announcers on the live stream were like, man, roofers are crazy,
well, so
dude.
that's my purpose.
Yeah.
His purpose is to entertain roofers. My purpose is to be the best in the world, facilitating success into the roofing business and people in the roofing business. It's just two different things.
Can I ask a few more questions, kind of rapid fire about the fight? The first one is, you had an early lead and looked dominant.
Yeah.
What was your strategy there?
There's no strategy. I'm the better fighter. And the truth is like, I fought way below my potential. I did the Dallas Cowboys choke. I was whooping his ass. I fucking definitely had way more damage in the fight. Here's the thing. Fighting is a game of controlling your emotions. As you can tell, sometimes I'm an emotional, passionate person. It's one of the reasons why people love me. You get what you see. I'm bad at hiding like who I am, my feelings are. I'm sort of bad about that. And when I went in there,
I can relate to that.
when I went in there, that's why I can't lie, dude. I literally can't I'm no good at it. That's why I've never cheated on my wife. That's why I've always been true to my business partnerships. And the reality is because every time I got some silly, stupid situation, I lied on myself and got caught. And, like this whole back and forth with Dmitry saying, you're really a $60 million company. Well, yes, organically, we really did 60 million, but I had acquired 3 companies, Dmitry. And we're a platform now, and I am buying companies. And so last year, we had to move to a retail process. I bought 3 companies. I was maxed out with resources. I'm trying to do things without the bank, without Wall Street, that these fucking conglomerates are coming here to do. And I'm using social media, my fucking marketing platform, my books.
Yeah.
You should pay attention, Doc.
Hey, I appreciate that. Any other key moments of the fight that you want to talk about that happened? Like, if we're doing a play-by-play.
All right, so play-by-play on the fight. So first round, I was very dominant, and I had him up against the cage. Now, they should have done a standing 8 count because literally that would have not really changed anything.
Because he was dazed a little bit.
He was dazed. I was fucking him up. And dude, props to him for taking that punishment, dog. He stuck in there and got the shit beat out of him. And good for him. I mean, he earned my respect because I literally practically broke his nose, broke his face, punched him around. I guess here's the deal. I was so emotional when you're not breathing, when you're punching, when you're all pumped up. Dude, you have something called an adrenaline dump. And in that second round, dude, we're going around, we're slinging each other, we're dirty boxing. He's on the ground. We're moving all around the cage. It's such an amateur free-for-all, but it was this crazy hatred. He lied on my family. He's got my own internal family drama. My dad and my uncle fought all this time. There was this woman, my uncle's ex-wife. I won't get into the family details, but this whole family drama, him perpetuating that my family hates me, has these people here. He's saying spread love, not hate. And it's just like, all this is going through my head, and he got in my fucking head. He pulled the old Russian fucking, he got in my head. Give you props, Dmitry. Good job. I want to kill the motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie. I was literally sitting there just licking my chops, knowing that I'm gonna kill this motherfucker.
You both were trying to get in each other's head though before, and I think
I was.
I think that's good.
I was calling him Peachy, like he says that's so disrespectful, and
like
he hates it. And I look. All I was doing was playing the fight game, bro. I mean,
that is actually good to know because I didn't know that, and so I saw some clips of you beforehand, and I was like, "Holy fuck, this is like borderline evil." But it's actually just
what's evil?
Well, you're talking about the hide your kids, hide your wife thing or whatever.
I'm coming for the motherfucking goods. I'm taking your shit, your people, your fucking hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your clients. Because I'm coming for all of them. Everything. I'm coming for your life. I'm coming for your soul.
And but I realize that now I know
it's called content.
That fight, that before a fight thing, that's actually very common with like UFC fights and shit like that.
I'm in the fight world all the time. I like the heel. I always don't mind being the most hated man in roofing. The most hated man in America is about to be president. If you can become the most hated man in America, you can become president. Or half of America. Half of America can hate you.
Because they're gonna They're going to be saying down, down, down so much that they're actually promoting you.
All right, so you want to know more play-by-play about the fight? And
Yes. Anything else on you got the KO.
Okay, so let's give him some props. Let's give him some props.
Yeah, sure.
There ain't no fucking KO, dog.
That's what they said.
No, it's not.
Okay, don't call it a KO.
Fuck. It was a TKO, all right? And it was at the end of the round.
TKO, okay.
And I was completely coherent, and I was ready to fight, and it was a bad decision.
Okay.
But in the second round, where he got me, you ready?
Yeah.
I know I was watching the fight. So about a minute 30 into it, I'm starting to get my rhythm, and I'm working behind the jab, and I'm fucking him up. And I start to realize I'm losing my gas. I got to get my timing. And there's this one time where I gave him a couple of feints. I stepped with the jab, came back, pulled back, hit him with a 1-2, had him up against the cage. And I was like, God damn, that looked pretty good in the second round. Well, the problem was he just wouldn't fucking quit. And I got tired, I got sloppy. And then every time that I got him, like a boxer is supposed to stay composed and let the fight come to you. I wasn't being a boxer. I was being a drunk roofer brawler. And whenever you get in a brawl and you're fighting on emotion, Dmitry was throwing a right, I was circling right into his heavy punch, and I was blocking it. But dude, after a while, he's got some power. You know, he's a bigger guy than me. Honestly, if you look at me, I had to gain weight. He had to lose weight. I'm naturally a 170 fighter. I'm fighting at 190. He's naturally 205, 210. So he does have power with his right hand. I'm not respecting it. I'm just like fucking walking through it like, I'm gonna kill you, bitch. You can't fucking do shit to my chin. And I'm a little off balance, and I'm a little bit in this like fight rage. And basically that was the first time I got a flash knockdown. Just literally me off balance. It was probably a really good shot. It was me not moving my head. It was me not fighting my fight. My coaches, people from my gym say, dude, this is not you. I can't believe that you fought like that. Literally, it was an embarrassment to like martial artists. Third round comes, and my coach tells me like, Lee, you lost that round. And I actually beat him in the second round, hurt him way more than he hurt me, but because of the knockdown, my coach got me even more nervous. And so what he should have told me was, chill, you got this, let him come to you, work behind your jab, don't go so crazy chasing this guy. You're fighting like an animal, you're not fighting like a fighter, chill the fuck out. And I just wasn't listening. And I was tired and I was burnt. By the time the third round came, you know, legs are gone almost halfway through it, and it became just like that feeling where, you know, your arms and your legs are so heavy you could barely feel them. To be honest with you, we slowed the fight down, and now it's a little bit more even for Dmitry. And dude, this is where you got to give him props. That's why I really want a rematch. Look, I thought this wasn't gonna be a good fight. I didn't think it was gonna be entertaining. And when you put a spectacle together like we did, and you get everybody to travel across the country, it would be a stupid ass affair if the guy didn't even last 30 seconds, or if someone got knocked out in 30 seconds, or if nobody went back and forth with the fight. But dude, I did more damage. I beat him in all the rounds. Literally a couple of lucky shots that he got, he stuck it in there, he earned it. But he did not fucking, this stupid little judgment at the end. Here's the thing. In boxing, they wouldn't have rolled it a knockdown because he was leaning on me and he pushed me down. At that part of the fight, dude, it was a good shot, but I was so done, like a amateur fucking fighter. My legs are done. And this guy, when he hit me, he's leaning on me. He's bigger than me. I literally just fell down. And I mean, dude, he did get me with a shot, but it was not any of substance. And I mean, I guess, you know, I got a black eye, about broke his nose. He had black eyes. We both had a lot of damage. It was an entertaining fight. I mean, comment below if you thought it was an entertaining fight. Hats off to him for not quitting. But here's the thing. I was fighting because you could see this. I am for real. I stood behind every promise. I have a real business. I have my own people behind me. He's saying lies about me. And the reality is I had transformation stories, guys that have helped make millions of dollars show up. We did a speaking event. We got new clients. A ton of people joined my program. A lot of people might not like the shit talk, but some people knew me for who I was, and it brought me closer to my people.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, they say you either win or you learn. Do you feel like you learned things? It sounds like you have learned things tactically from this fight. Is there anything else that you feel like you've learned from the experience overall?
Yeah, I mean, pride always comes before the fall. I was talking too much shit. I mean, I was trying to make it entertaining, and I hated the motherfucker, so I really And I've forgiven the guy at this point. I mean, it's like, dude, who gives a fuck about all this stupid shit? We're out here trying to lift up roofers and create content, and we got to take our differences aside. And to be honest with you, I'd like to have a rematch with a whole different connotation where there's a collaboration involved, because that's my whole idea was to do this and get two crowds of roofers, maybe the retail roofers, maybe the door-to-door guys, maybe the retail guys, maybe the insurance guys, maybe the guys that don't want to go to the moon, and maybe the guys that just want to keep it small and live a good life. Here's the thing. If we all get together and we don't try to demonize, it's no difference between Republicans and Democrats, this tribal bullshit warfare trying to separate us. We're stronger together. And demonizing someone like me who lives the example, who's been doing it for years, that has all these results, this is the part that becomes a problem with all the free information and the content. You care about all the comments and all the Facebook and all the groups, but the worst information that they can get is from some of these fucking people in the comments and ideas. And I think about all the shit talkers and the people, and it's like, dude, who you don't see is you don't see real bosses. You don't see people that are and people that talk shit that don't know me. I mean, there's somebody from my own hometown, I won't even go into it, but they have a retail business that's different, and I respect them. But dude, you have no clue. I don't even know who that is. And I'm from a small town in Texas. To see this hate, like roofers hating each other, to me, it's like roofer on roofer crime. Why the fuck do y'all hate me so much? Because I tell my story, because I'm unapologetic about offering my services, because I'm creating content and you're not. Look, let me be your guide to say this shit works. Before I started creating content, I was just a door-to-door average guy. I was an insurance guy, but all this helping people out shit, paying for coaching shit, creating content, it opened up my world and made me a different human, made me a better human. I learned digital marketing, I learned direct response marketing, I learned how to level up as a CEO. And since then, hundreds of millions of dollars in results, so many fucking transformational case studies. And I don't know, it's one thing to say I enjoy his content, I enjoy his conference, it's one of those things. But when you say that guy generated the leads, he helped me with the sales team, recruiting the sales team, he trained my sales team, he did a weekly call with me, my business went from 2 million to 15 million to $30 million, and you have 40 of these fucking people. Now, am I responsible for making them millionaires? Fuck no, they are. Okay, but Dmitry called every one of them. Not one of them would speak up. Not one person. Every single person went back to me. He couldn't get one person to go on content. And the truth is like, it's a witch hunt. And it's over with because
I'm glad that it's over with. Let's do another fight, dude.
Fuck that, bro. Here's the thing: you need to go to the fucking gym, dog. This shit is not bullshit. You should be in a fight for a little bit better fitness.
Hey,
but straight up. And this, look, this fighting shit has made me in fucking the greatest shape of my life.
Yeah.
I literally, the greatest shape of my fucking life. It gives me more energy to create the content. It makes me more interesting as a content creator. And it helps me deal with the stress.
I have one last question for you related to content and stuff like that. To encourage our audience to create more content, there's a fear that happens when you're creating content.
You're perpetuating the fear.
Yeah.
You're perpetuating the fear right now. Okay, because what their fear is getting humiliated in front of their friends.
I'm not trying to humiliate you.
Yeah, I know, but you do. You and every one of the roofers, when you go to cancel culture, when you go to crabs in a bucket, let's rip them down for clicks and views, what happens is, brother, you're telling everyone else that could happen to them. And guess what, guys? It will happen to you. You can't let it bother you. See, you got to be the man in the arena that it doesn't phase. And if you don't have people out there saying this shit, then probably you're not doing shit big enough. I hate to say it, but that's just the truth. And especially in roofing, when you're hiring salesmen, you got people working on commission, people starting their own businesses, doing different things. I mean, one of the guys that said that I ripped him off went on my podcast. He said that not only did I pay him every fucking dollar, but he had a $40 million business, 4 years in the business, and he owed just about all of it to me. So the narrative is Lee's a fraud and not a blue collar millionaire maker yet. I'm going to get someone that Lee's turned from 0 to 40 million on here to say he's a fraud, because I want to hire salesmen. I want to be on the platform. This is how I get out there. And then someone like you is going to perpetuate it just by poking to keep the contents and the things going. And so, yeah, as a content creator, as a guy that's serving roofers, trying to teach them how to create content, dude, it does get under my skin a little bit when people don't come say, hey, how can I collaborate to dominate? How could I help? How could we do it? Because here's the thing. I don't like doing paid for advertising marketing services. I like coaching people because I believe, look, if you're not going to do the content of learning how to tell your story, learning the frameworks, learning how to do all these different things, dude, it really doesn't matter what you do, who you hire. You're only going to get little bitty results. So
I think I can agree with that.
And so I encourage you to hire a marketing agency, a guy like Tim. He's demonstrating out there that he understands these concepts.
But
I see
overall, you gotta learn this stuff. I think that's something we really agree on.
Well, it's not about learning, guys. You have to do it. The only way you can learn how to do it is doing it. I had a video go retarded viral. I had, literally 1.3 million views and 2,000 subscribers off of one video. Had nothing to do with the fight, bro, but had to do with the timing of it and had to do with the momentum, and God, it gives in mysterious ways. So all you have to do to get good at content is do a lot of it so you can find your voice.
Yeah.
And who's creating more right now? Because let me just break down my contributions. So that, because I'm one of these guys that is a little bit, obviously a little insecure about what contributions I make to the roofing industry, because I feel like it's my legacy, and call it egomaniac, because it takes an ego to be successful in business, but it's true. Like, you do SEO.
Yeah.
And I would like to talk with you a little bit more about how we could improve mine. Maybe we do an audit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm the best in the world at is video ads. What I'm best at is a machine of taking someone interested off of Facebook through AI, through text, through voicemail drops, through an inside call center, turn them into the most qualified, hottest fucking leads. Sometimes we close the shit out of these guys without even going to the house. 20% of the leads we virtually close. No one else is doing that shit, dude. And I do it for my own company, $2 million a month in jobs that I get from my company. And I'm personally spending on my company on Facebook, anywhere from 50 to 100,000 a month. Now for other companies, they don't spend that much, and I help them create the leads, but it's teaching them how the frameworks of making the videos work. And my blue collar marketing method, hidden damage video, build video, testimonial video, and how that we use AI, 5 different videos, dynamic conversions to find the best video. We retarget those videos. See, now I'm teaching you how to do my fucking job. Mm-hmm. And if you followed my frameworks and you downloaded my scripts, you could offer Facebook video as a service and get them results. Why don't you offer it?
I think we have not got into videos. We've done a lot of videos for contractors, but it's very hard to scale. And I'm sure you've experienced a little bit of that.
It's hard to scale because they won't create the content.
Yeah, that's the part. That's the hard part.
Then you have to win their hearts and minds, teach them how to make the content. You have to give them the fucking scripts. You have to encourage them, tell them why. And you have to get them to believe and drink the Kool-Aid. Mm-hmm. And so the thing about it is, brother, I've got more people to drink the Kool-Aid. Let's take this guy, Trey, who's a friend, and he's part of both Roofing Insights community and Sky Diamonds. He was a farmer, and he was on Conklin Coatings. You know these guys; they're like workers, right? Yeah. Well, he bought my framework. He got on his mom's roof. He read my script, and then boom, leads coming in off Facebook. Hires his friend. They're going door to door learn insurance, but they're getting a lot of leads through Facebook. This business grows to $2.5 million the first year, $6 million the next year. The deal is like, a lot of it started from the video framework and me just giving it to the kid because he was a little scared to go knock on doors. Then he got a little bit more excited and the business grew. So proud of him. I didn't do anything except for give him the tools. But god dang, man, like I shouldn't be discredited for these things when these people will tell you. When he called Trey, that's what Trey told him. But he went online and said I was a piece of shit. And so the thing is, it's like my book that he also said was shitty. It's not. It outlines the hidden damage, build and testimonial videos and what to say and how to say it. And it's like, dude, where's your book? If you're going to call me such a piece of shit, my contribution to the industry is I'm out here giving these away. I'm selling books like crazy. And then you said you wrote 3 books. Well, as a marketer, brother, the best thing you can do is swagger jack my shit. It's called a book funnel. Russell Brunson's my marketing mentor. And if you can get people to buy a book for free, you have unlimited free traffic and people are voting with your credit card, and then you move them up a ladder, and it's a beautiful thing. It's an incredible part to your business. Dog, everyone should write a book, and I'm waiting on the next one. Okay, so blue collar marketing method, the video ads and frameworks, the book. Like when I close Grant Cardone, it's something that is my method that I teach, none of the other sales trainers teach. It's called the ultimate pitch. It's how we find commercial business owners. It's how we pull their data. And I can pull data like crazy, like a condo, a board member, that data's not on the internet. You got to use AI, you got to scrape, you got to fucking use all these resources to combine these fucking lists. I'm literally a freak at this shit. And it's not even me. I just know the right people. And so we teach people how to go to these commercial jobs, how to get them approved by insurance, how to work this process. I did 20 million in commercial jobs. Here he's calling me a fake guru. And dude, not a time in his life, I'm doing a $4 million roof, $2 million roof, putting them on YouTube all over the place. All the roofers want to look at roofer porn and these monster jobs with millions in profit. And the biggest dream anyone could have watching this is to have like 6 of them going on at one time. That was my third quarter, 20 million in commercial. And you know, I wrote a check to a kid in Vegas that came in and worked for 2 weeks, 115,000 for generating the lead. That's a contribution to the industry. I've given away that script. I've taught that method. I've taught so many people how to sell commercial. That's something no one else does. You know, and then you talk about, all right, the mastermind. Even before Hunter came up with Revolt, Respect, RoofCon, he saw what my mastermind was, that roofers could have a place where every quarter they could come together, where they could have a weekly coaching call. And you know, Anthony, he did his video and it was great, but it wasn't enough. He didn't give his heart and soul. So every week, a coaching call for 2 hours, I pour into my community and I listen to their problems and I fix them. And bro, here's the thing, here's the truth. Sometimes basically people are going through some hard shit and I have to like sharpen up. And I am the biggest client to my own mastermind because by being a teacher, I learn from them. My system sharpens up. And I've been doing this for years and hundreds of millions in results of people that came from those fucking calls. And so if you look at the millionaires that are created, like 40 fucking companies, 8 figures that I've added to their shit. Now, how many people bought? Hundreds. What percentage get the success? Not everybody does the work. My point is, the contribution is this mastermind, this proof of concept, the marketing method, the book. The blue collar American dream's not just for roofers. I've got home service guys. I got people that are coming into the industry. It's bigger than that. We do fights at our conferences. This vision of me fighting Dmitry was I wanted to have a conference where people came together that we shared in resources. He talks about how his conferences are unprofitable. And here's the thing. Great guy with content, but brother, you got to learn how to sell because I hired a coach, and maybe this is the difference between me. I hired Myron Golden. Myron Golden taught me how to really sell from stage. First time I made $1 million in a day was when I fucking changed a lot of people's lives and had a lot of people come into my program. The year 2020, Myron spoke, and basically, you know, by being able to have an offer and making it from stage, you change people's lives because people who pay attention. Those are the ones that are best students. And it's like, I don't want to be pitched. I don't want to be pitched. Well, no, I understand that. It's not a real high pressure sell. But for people that are serious, look, I got where I was at because I bought the coaching. I paid Grant Cardone before I closed him. I paid Andy Elliott, Andy Frisella, Ed Milet, Russell Brunson. I don't know how much you paid for these masterminds and coaches and shit. I paid a fortune. And I interpreted their shit and put it to the roofing industry and lived the example. And so this year, acquired 3 companies, bought companies without private equity. Yeah. Did it with my own self-funded from my own company.
Because where does private equity money come from? Is this all BlackRock?
I mean, listen, bro, BlackRock does not want to buy roofers until they're doing 25 to 50 million in EBITDA. And maybe one day I'm going to sell out to the Illuminati. Yeah. But the truth is right now, I'm down for the blue collar, dog. My goal is to create 100 multimillionaires. My goal is like through like this mastermind, through coaching, I developed the marketing system. The last part that's a contribution to the industry, this is it, bro. No matter how good you are at leads, brother, no matter how good you are, you'll never beat the best lead. What's the best lead a roofer can get?
Referral.
Great. It's a good idea. It's probably you're right, but it's not the right answer.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
The best lead a roofer can get. You interviewed this motherfucker. What's his name? Dan.
Dan Walrek.
Dan is the best lead a roofer can get. A multi-million-dollar sales producer that knocks his own doors. Yeah. That is the best fucking thing you can get. And you ask, what was this fight about? This fight, one of my core values is personal development. It's about courage. But I want people to see the content, be attracted. Social media, you're supposed to attract people to you. And so I always created content to recruit. Door-to-door salesman. I closed Grant Cardone to recruit. Door-to-door salesman.
There you go.
I documented that shit, bro.
Yeah.
8 years ago when I was a goofy, ball-headed fuckboy. Yeah. But I still did it. Yeah. At $10 million a year, hurting. Not necessarily cash flowing and doing as much as I should, even though I could sell. a door-to-door insurance sucked on the tit of insurance only bitch. But I learned how to be retail. I learned how to do direct response marketing, and I became the best roofing sales recruiter. I have 155 door-to-door guys. Okay, what roof coach do you know has 155 door-to-door guys?
0.
Fucking 0, dog. That's what makes me 1 of 0. 1 of 0. You know what that means? You know what Alex Hormozi says about 1 of 0? Do you follow Alex?
Yes.
What does he say about 1 of 0?
I think that might have originally come from, what was it, 0 to 1? Peter Thiel? Peter Thiel?
No. It's 1 of 0.
Basically, be your own category.
But only create content, or your best content is content that only you can create.
Yeah.
That only you can do. Like an SEO audit on me versus what your best guy did and a challenge match. Since I made you take off your shirt, I'll do this shit, okay?
Okay.
But my point is, that's a 1 of 0 content,
Yeah.
because no one else is the authority creating, and then you're mixing the stuff that we're doing here with that. But like one thing that nobody else is doing right now, my door-to-door shit that's blowing up. You see it. We're going door to door. We're documenting in the field. Dude, I'm still the door-to-door legend. I still can walk out at any market and sign fucking 2 deals an hour, dude. And you might think that's a dumbass like skill, but no, motherfucker, it's not. Because if you're ever teaching door-to-door sales guys, you have to relearn that skill. Raymond Little, he says that sometimes he has a hard time spelling, but he's great at teaching door-to-door guys of reliving the beginning parts of the job, of helping somebody get his first 5 deals. And that's why their company's a lot of the reason of their success.
Oh yeah, respect to their company. Incredible. I have to go catch a flight.
Yeah.
I
so
really
hey, look,
appreciate you
yeah, I
taking this
appreciate
up.
this. Look,
Yeah.
all y'all looking about the fight content, you don't know, is Lee an asshole? Is he for real? Look, guys, I really care about roofers. I care about all roofers. I'm very passionate about being the best roofing marketer, the best lead generator, the best guy at recruiting door-to-door sales guys, having the best system for success. And I'm very competitive. So if I've ever offended anybody, dude, I apologize, dude. I respect the fuck out of you.
Thanks for doing this interview.
And more importantly, guys, I want y'all to know one thing. Dude, it's your duty to start creating content. Don't let the people that are out there in the crowd just feeding into whatever little crabs in the bucket drama is going on stop you from being you. Because, brother, my friend, all businesses die in obscurity. And too many of y'all, no one know who the fuck y'all are. And I know y'all don't like me because I run around and try and tell everybody how great roofing is and how great my company is and how great what we do is. But isn't that what we're supposed to do? That's what we're supposed to do.
All right, man. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, sir.